Hello guys, it's me, Vald's official back. I hope this mic is not too loud, cause this video will be unedited. Today I want to talk on another topic. Like last time I talked about how I became an introvert, while at first thinking I was an extrovert, but this whole time I've been an introvert. This time I'm going to talk about something more personal, and it's more about my social life and how I have little to none, I'd say, close friends. Well, yeah, close friends. So, if I may start from the beginning, ever since I was little, I had trouble fitting in, and around the age of 10, I made some bad decisions that reflected on my, let's say, public image in a not so good light, which basically is summed up to asking out people, a bit too much of that. And at the age of 12, when I was attending middle school, and up until the age of 16, I started to have these overthinking thoughts in my head, which, now that I see, has evolved into something heavier at the age of 18, which I'm currently at right now, by the way. It's hard not to feel when you've spent years without close friends your age, or when you realize you're never invited to anything except for some rare occasions that feel like more like pity than genuine connections, I think. Like, up until last year, I was talking to a lot of close friends. In my opinion, close friends, I don't know if it's reflected to them in the same light, but they were some close friends of mine, and they only started inviting me to stuff like last year. The whole year I attended like 4 events in total. Mostly I was hosting them, and very few guests arrived. And of course, I do believe that people had their own stuff at that moment. But even though I invited like more than 2 or 3 dozens of people to like events and just regular hangouts and stuff like that, only like ever 2 or 3 of them really came to the events. And yeah, but getting a little bit off topic, that was going a little bit off topic from the social anxiety. To be truthful with you, despite me having some close friends, in real life I'm a very awkward person to talk to, because I do not have very big experience with talking to people of my age, I would say, or around my age. Because usually I spend time talking either to my cousins, my brother, or my family members, and off those social impressions I base them in my daily life, and that's how I speak with my friends. And if I watch like social media, YouTube, TikTok, and let's say Twitter, but not really, I base my social interactions off those as well, which may be a very bad reflection on how I speak, how I pronounce things. But yeah, sorry, I'm adding these awkward pauses. I'm just improvising along the way. Well, yeah, this is like an example of me having not a good social interactive side of me showing right now. But yeah, I base off things of what I see in my everyday life. That's what my personality basically is. I'm a person that bases off his interactions by seeing others, because I have no idea how to be myself in this case. This video is more of a self-reflection, I would say, that yes, I do not have like a personality. I could be put in the category of the weird or awkward kid, because in primary and middle school, I was like a class clown, but also a very annoying person. Like, I was just interrupting everything. I did not leave people alone that wanted to be left alone, and was a very pushy person at that. And now in high school, in like 2 years ago when I started high school, I first came like an outgoing person, and I tried to express myself to my classmates, but then I realized it's the last grade all over again, and that I couldn't make a good impression. So I started sending like memes to the group chat and stuff like that. That was not very well received, and from then on I just figured, hey, if in my head I just thought, hey, if nobody likes these things, why don't I just not do them and just keep it all to myself? And ever since then, as I mentioned in my previous video, I have become more introverted. I have expressed myself less, have like lost a couple of friendships along the way due to me being too expressive, and like, yeah. Back to the topic of going back to the topic of like, wait, sorry guys, I'm recording this at midnight, so I might not be very easily to converse with or to hear out. So to get a little bit more off topic, some friends have recommended that I seek professional help like a therapist, or I don't know, a consultant or something. There are just two problems with that. Number one is I am confident that I will get this over by myself. And number two is that I do not have the resources currently, which is kind of holding me back. But then again, returning to the first thing, that was that I can deal with this by myself. The way I've been doing this is that I have just been making movies, been playing single player games by myself, and have been drawing more expressively. Another aspect I would like to touch upon is that how the social anxiety actually evolves into normal anxiety in my everyday life. It is basically that this has very poorly reflected on my academic life. I have been struggling in school because due to of my way of coping with the social anxiety, I've been drawing not only at home but during lessons, which, while it keeps me sane, it also diverts me from my educational path and reflects in a very negative light. But even though I've been telling these things, I would tell other people one thing, and it's this: I'm not just an anxious person about friendships. It's about so much more than that. It's about struggling to find my place, to feel heard, to not be afraid of saying the wrong thing. I wish people understood that. Social anxiety is a part of me, but it doesn't define me. And if you're watching this and you felt the same way, know that it doesn't define you either. We're more than our fears, more than our doubts. We're human, and that's enough. Thank you for watching, everybody, and peace out.